Hello everybody, and welcome to my chatty, sassy channel here on YouTube, where we talk about all things luxury, be it luxury travel, luxury fashion, or life's luxuries in general. And today I'm really excited because the video that I'm doing today is my entire handbag collection, and I want to do this video a bit differently than how I've done it in the past. I want to comment just briefly on each bag, sort of how much I actually use it, and things that I've discovered that I don't like about the bags, or things that I've discovered that I really like about the bags, and sort of talk through the pluses and minuses and where I see my luxury handbag collection moving forward in the next year. So with that, let's get right on into it. Now, the first three bags that I want to mention very briefly are the three bags in my collection that are absolutely currently for sale. And that is my one and only Coach piece, and that is my Coach briefcase. I got this when I thought I'd be going into the office because I started work in 2021. Turns out I've worked entirely remotely, so this is going for sale. My little vintage Gucci bag is going for sale just because I don't use it at all. It was something that I picked up really at a great price from a reseller that I know, and then just haven't used it, so it's for sale. And then the final one for sale is my Strathberry East. This is the City Bucket bag. So this was from the Strathberry Sarah Jessica Parker collab. And this bag, the reason that I'm selling it is that it's a bucket bag, and I just don't really use bucket bag style. So great bag. Just when I'm getting a red bag, I go with one of my secure ones instead. Now, the next three bags that I want to talk about are three that I said that I would never buy anything from this brand at one point on this channel, and I've never bought anything from this brand new, so that's still kind of true. But these are actually three of my favorite bags in my entire collection, and I've gotten them in the past year and a half. So the first one is my Chanel beige classic flap, and when I was at a point where I could finally sort of buy luxury for myself, classic flaps were just way too expensive by that point. It had gone through all of those 2020, 2021 price increases, and so I just wrote this off. And the newer ones, where they're so puffy, I didn't really feel like had the best capacity, but turns out small classic flap, this is a vintage series 1 in lambskin, and it's beautiful, and it's so usable, and it works really well for me, and it carries all the things that I need. So this is actually a really great bag for me and gets a lot of good use. And I got that one in May of last year. Then in August of last year, we went with the Handbag Tribe to New York and went to Fashion File and picked up my second Chanel piece, which is this little Chanel walk. So this is the reissue on crumpled calfskin, and it's absolutely stunningly gorgeous. It is a wallet on chain, and again, another bag that I use so much. This bag is the reason that the red Strathberry is getting sold, because I would use them in similar situations, and this one I just gravitate towards so much more. It is just so me, and I love the fact that it's not overly Chanel branded, so it's more of if you know, you know, because it doesn't have the CCs on it. And honestly, like, this is all that I really need to carry most of the time, is just having space for my card holder, my keys, my phone, and my Bastia, and that's really what I take most of the time, so this is perfect sized for that. And then the third Chanel handbag I got this year in May, and it is my mini reissue. So this is in a green patent leather with blue stitching. It also has this like gunmetal hardware to it, which makes it kind of unique. This was another Fashion File find. Blake got this for me for my birthday this year, and I love this bag. This is one, actually this is, I think, my most carried bag of the year so far, and I only got it in May. Like, this bag has been great. I was really concerned about the weight of the chains, but it actually hasn't been an issue. I think I actually took this with me to Disney even. So like, this is a bag that I have used, worn, absolutely love. All three of my Chanel bags are never leaving my collection. At least I can't see a point where they would ever leave my collection, because they are all such great uses. They are so beautiful and they are so much fun to carry that I'm super, super happy with where my Chanel collection is. Now the next group of 3 is going to be my 3 Louis Vuitton bags. And this is an area where I could potentially see one of these going. Now this first one is my Place BB. This was my very first ever true luxury handbag, and it's what my grandmother got me for my college graduation. And this bag has so much sentimentality in it because of the fact that it was a milestone for me in my life, graduating college. It was my very first ever luxury bag, but it's also really, really pretty, and I have a lot of great memories carrying this bag. And I have actually been carrying it quite a bit the past couple of weeks and remembered why I fell in love with this bag to begin with. And as my collection grew, I wore it a lot less because I had so many different options, but this one is just such a practical bag. It's so pretty, it's so elegant. And so I think that this one's just always going to be in my collection, not just because of the sentimentality, but because it is a really beautiful, great bag. So very happy to have this one. Now, the bag that I definitely can't see ever falling out of a place in my collection is my Neverfull GM. So I do have the GM, it is the big size. This is my airplane travel bag. I can throw it under the seat, I can throw it around, it fits on my luggage so I can wheel it with me. This bag, like, it just holds everything. And like when we, I've used it as an overnight bag, and I love this bag so much. And so it's never going anywhere because it's just way too practical. I do not have a different bag that I can carry for work because for a while, on the rare once a quarter that I might go into the office, I was carrying this, but it was a bit too big for that. I now have a better bag for that, so it really doesn't get used for work, but it still gets used for a lot. And anytime I'm going on a trip, this bag is generally coming with me. Now, it's not all sunshine and roses with Louis Vuitton because as I've gotten further along in my life and in my luxury journey, I really love the quality of the luxury bags that I have. That's why I buy luxury to begin with, is the quality. The reason I don't like this bag has nothing to do with the quality. It has the fact to do that it is branded quality. I don't mind it on my Neverfull because the Neverfull is such a common bag for a lot of people to have. On my regular bags, I don't enjoy it as much because I feel a bit more like a billboard. And I think that's a lot of the reason why I don't carry this bag as much, even though it's a great bag. And that is my Clooney BB. So I love this bag, but I love it in spite of the fact that it's monogram canvas. I just don't really like carrying LV canvas. It is a beautiful, stunning bag. It is so practical. It has such great capacity. It has this super fun, bright pink interior, and it has this bright pink padded leather strap, not like the quilted stitched guitar strap like they do on the versions now. It is a beautiful padded leather strap. I love this bag, and it's beautiful to carry. I just don't carry it really at all, and in fact, I'm not sure that I've carried it at all this year, just purely because of the fact that it's Louis Vuitton monogram canvas. And there's nothing wrong with loving Louis Vuitton monogram canvas, I just don't have the same love for it that I used to. Now next are 2 bags that I can never see leaving my collection. They are 2 of my absolute favorite bags. They're 2 of Blake's favorite bags. They are bags that I love so much. I'm gonna start with the one that's most similar to the Clooney BB, and that is my lizard bag. So this is the one exotic in my collection, and I love this bag so much. This bag is just so stunningly beautiful. It is the small Le Femour top handle bag by YSL. It's in lizard. It is so beautiful and gorgeous and perfect in my eyes. And I love this bag. I absolutely love and adore this bag. I love using this bag. I love carrying this bag. And I've done a TikTok where I talk about the fact that I truly use this bag. When I'm carrying it for school, it has expo markers in it for when I'm teaching, and it has my clicker in it, and it has a snack in it, and I've put a capped small water bottle in there before, and all my regular purse things. And it's very much, this obviously is a lot like a Kelly. This one's obviously a lot like a Kelly, very similar shape. Top handle bags, crossbody straps, sort of trapezoidal in appearance. But this bag is the reason that I don't want a black quota bag from Hermes, because to me, this is my black special bag. And if I'm going to carry a black bag that I need for a special occasion, or I want to carry a bag that makes me feel a bit more special that day, or I want to carry a bit more special piece, I'm going to grab this. And I don't want to have anything else in my collection that potentially competes with it, because this one's so special that I love getting to carry it. And this is one of my absolute favorite bags. I would never sell this bag. It's staying with me forever. Now, I mentioned earlier that my most carried bag for the year is actually my Chanel Mini. And this next one is the one that I would have expected it to be, but I've added some really good bags in the past year. And so I think that that's why this one has gone down a bit more. I also haven't been wearing as much black this year. Really not sure why that is, but I've not been wearing as much black, so I haven't needed to carry a black handbag as much. So I've been carrying some of my other bags more. But this is still one of my most used. It is absolutely my favorite travel bag for like if I'm going to like a city for like a weekend away or something like that. This is going to be the bag that I'm taking, and my outfits are planned around that. And it is my YSL camera bag. So this one, the reason that I love it, and like the original version didn't have this, but they re-released it a couple of years ago with an updated model that has a back pocket that is so perfect for me to put my phone in. Like I can just slip it in, you don't even see that my phone's in it. It's practical, has great capacity. I can carry my filming tripod in this bag along with all my other stuff. And when we went to Fashion File, I carried this bag because of the fact that I could put my tripod in it. And so while we're in Fashion File, I set up my tripod for filming so that I could film like the jewelry pieces and film my reactions to things as I was looking to them. And because this bag has such great capacity, but it's not an overly big bag. Also, this bag like looks in perfect condition. Like the hardware looks the exact same as when I got it. The bag doesn't have a single scratch on it. And I am not careful with this bag. This bag has been all over the place with me in all kinds of leather. It gets thrown in my car. It's been around my dogs. Like I don't baby this bag at all, and it looks perfect. Like this is, out of all of my bags, this one may be my favorite just because of how useful and durable and practical and still pretty it is, because like it still looks nice because it's a wonderful quality bag. And so this is definitely one of my favorite bags in my collection. It is my second most used bag for the year so far, and I just absolutely love it. And so it's definitely another one that's never going anywhere. Now, when it came to Chanel, I feel like that I'm good on Chanel bags because I have my small classic flap, my mini, and my walk. They're in 3 different finishes. This one, another classic bag style, but it is a classic bag that I still want one more because I have 2 and I want the 3rd. I want to finish out my set. And that is my Lady Dior's. So I love these 2. These are two of my favorite bags, 2 of my most special bags. This one was my first Lady Dior. It is a medium. It is from 2001, so it is a 24-year-old bag, nearly 25-year-old bag. It is stunning. It is gorgeous. The color on it is just perfect. It's a little bit lighter than Hermes Gold, but again, because I have this bag in such a color that's close to Hermes Gold, I've told my say like I don't want Hermes Gold because I already have a very special classic bag in such a similar color. And so I wouldn't, again, want another bag that's just like the black that would compete with this bag. When I want a bag of this color, I want to carry this bag. I love this bag, and this really kicked off a love for Lady Dior's for me. I got this at a steal of a deal. I think I paid $1,800 for this one. Absolutely love this bag. This bag is never going anywhere. It's very special, and it's a very unique piece because of the fact that it is a smooth leather. And so a lot of people really don't like the Lady Diors. They don't like having to put their hand through the zipper on the medium. I don't mind that. I'm just mindful and careful when I stick my hand in. I don't just like jam it in, but I like the security that that provides. I love the security that this bag has, where like you don't just look at the top of the bag and see everything that's in there. Like you do have a zipper. Like when you reach in there, you sort of got to finagle your hand a little bit, and I love that. I love the fact that if you're just trying to like drop your hand in and grab something real quick, that's not gonna happen with this bag. So I actually really like that feature about it. I like the jangling of the charms on it, and I always carry this bag top handle. It does have a strap that I think on me can technically go crossbody. Really, it's more of like a long shoulder strap, but I don't think the Lady Dior is meant to be worn with a shoulder strap or a crossbody strap. To me, this is meant to be a hand carry bag, and that's how I like to use it. My other Lady Dior that I have is my mini Lady Dior. This came from Meredith's collection, from Living Luxe with Meredith, and I adore this bag. I love this bag. It is so cute. It is so fun. We call it the Disco Lady Dior bag because it's kind of like a disco ball. It's so shiny. I love having it in the car on sunny days because it throws rainbows everywhere, just from the color of the sequins, and it's so much fun. And I also find this to be actually a really practical, usable size. I'm able to get my phone, my card holder, my Bastia, my keys, my sunglasses in here, and that's all that I really need to carry. So for me, this has plenty of capacity. I love the fact that it is an embellished finish. So I have a unique leather, I have an embellished, I have a medium, I have a mini. I am wanting a Lady Dior in small in Canage, and to me that will complete my Lady Dior trio, my Lady Dior sets. But I love the Lady Dior bag. Like honestly, I would collect so many different versions of these bags if they weren't so expensive to collect. But I think that this one's just so pretty and stunning. This is another one that I don't see ever leaving my collection. I've carried this bag more than I think Meredith did, because she said that she carried it maybe once or twice. I've carried it a lot more than once or twice. I carry it just during the day for fun because it just makes me happy. And so I really love this bag. This is definitely one of my favorites, again, in my collection, just because of how much fun it is. So after having a couple of sets of 2s that I've talked about, we're back going to a set of 3, and these are going to be 3 bags that I only have one of from each brand, and these are true luxury brand bags. So the first one is my vintage Lil Celine Macadon bag, and this bag is so much fun. It's so cute. I love the way that the sort of, I guess, quilting's probably not the right word, but like the way that they stitch the canvas to be kind of pleated, I love that. I think that the little snap lock closure on it is adorable. I got this from What Goes Around Comes Around. It is my least expensive true luxury brand bag, and it looks really mini, but again, I'm able to fit my phone, my card holder, my Bastia, my keys, and my sunglasses in here, and I'm good to go with that. So it is small. It is actually Michael Kors era. It is from the 90s, and I adore this bag, and I got it for $450. So definitely have gotten my wear of this bag this year. This is another bag that has gotten so much use this year. I absolutely love it. I carried it in Paris on the day that we had our Louis Vuitton appointment. I just think this bag is great. I love the Triomphe canvas on it. I love the way that the leather has patinaed and aged. And again, another one that I just don't see leaving my collection because it's very practical. It's very cute. If it's bad weather and I need to wear a brown bag, this is the bag that I'm going with nowadays. Just to protect my Lady Dior, and because I really don't want to wear my Louis Vuitton monogram. So this has been a bag that has found a great place in my collection and that I truly love. Now, the next bag is a bag in my collection that I appreciate the brand. I've always appreciated the brand, but I hadn't found like the piece that was right for me. I hadn't found anything that like really made me want to part with my money. And then when we were in New York, We went into what goes around comes around when we were with the Handbag Tribe, and this is a bag that I had seen on social media. I thought it was gone. It was not. It was there in the store, and I just had to get it. And I absolutely love it. I don't carry it as much as I should. I think that with the amount of bags I have in my collection, I sometimes forget about this one a little bit just because of the color being a bit unique. And I really want to make an effort to use this bag more next year because it's one of my favorite bags to use and carry. And that is my Fendi chain baguette. Now, I had said that I would not buy a baguette because I don't like the way that the mini baguette lays on me. I don't quite like the proportions. The regular size baguette, again, I don't like the proportions on me. But the chain baguette, oh my goodness, I love the chain baguette. I would definitely consider getting like a winter like shearling or fur version of the chain baguette. But this yellow is just such a sunny, happy color. And I really like having this little pop of color in my collection. And I have carried this bag this year, but this bag needs to be worn more. And that is one of my goals in 2026 with my handbag collection, is to wear this bag a bit more because it definitely deserves a bit more of a moment in the sun. Now, a bag that has gotten so much use, and one of the few bags in my collection that if everything were to be gone, that I would be willing to go out to the store and buy brand new at brand new prices. There are probably three that I would go and do this with. My YSL camera bag, one that you'll see here in a minute, and this one. And that would have me on a good start to a handbag collection where I wouldn't have to buy anything else at that point. I could wait, look on the pre-loved market, do some thinking, but this is one of the bags that I would repurchase because I've used it and loved it that much for a tote bag. And that is my Goyard Belchase bag. I love this bag. I've done a review on my channel of this bag. It has this great flap for security. It's big enough that it can hold my 15-inch laptop if I need it to. I've carried my work laptop in it. I've carried it to school, going to doctor's appointments this year when I know that I either need to have paperwork with me or they'll be getting paperwork. This has been a great bag to carry. It's a bit big for like daily use for me. I could never fill this for daily use, but it is a great bag. This is my work bag, so on the rare times I have to go into the office, this is the bag that I bring with me because I'm able to fit everything that I need for work in it. I adore this bag. This bag is absolutely fantastic. I'm so glad that I got it. I'm so glad that I got it in the green. The green was the perfect color for me. Just, I can't say I can't say enough good things about this bag, and so I think it sums it up, but like this is one of the three bags that I would immediately go and repurchase at today's US prices. Now, my handbag collection has gotten to a point where it's a little bit bigger, I think, than I would necessarily like for it to be, particularly if I add in the other couple of bags that I'd like to see added to my collection. And these are a couple of bags that for one reason or another, usability wise, they just aren't my favorite, but they're so pretty and that's why I haven't let them go. And each of these, I only have one bag from each of the brands. The first one is going to be from DeMellier, and that is my mini Venice bag. I think that this bag shape is so nice and unique. I think that the green color is really, really beautiful. I think it is a beautiful bag to use. I love the fact that I can use a top handle. It comes with a great crossbody strap that I love, that is a perfect length, but like it's adjustable. Like this bag, looks wise, fantastic. It's good quality and I really do like it. But the one thing that annoys me about it is that if occasionally I have to carry like a heavier item with me. And if I'm having to carry that, the bag clasp can be a bit finicky to stay closed. And the way that this clasp works is that it has like this little clasp piece here with a button. And it slides into that little gold thing. And like you can hear it click. But sometimes the button, particularly if there's weight to the bag, doesn't come all the way back up. And that means that as I'm walking around, the flap sort of flips open and comes loose, and the bag's tipping around a little bit, and it's just a little bit annoying for me to use. If I'm not carrying much in the bag, if I just have my phone, my card holder, my sunglasses, my Bastia, my car keys, no issue whatsoever with this bag. It works really great and I love it. This is one that I've definitely considered selling. So if you are interested in this bag, feel free to make an offer on it to me, because I'm definitely potentially willing to part with this bag. Another bag that I'm potentially willing to part with, but I'm probably going to hang on to for a little while longer at least, is my Senreve Mini Maestro bag. Now, when I got this bag, I raved about it. I loved it because I just had my Clooney BB and this, and my Strathberry Stylist. And so those were the only 3 bags that I had. And this one was so great for all weather. It was great when I didn't want to bring a luxury bag with me. It was a fun pop of color if I wanted a colorful bag. But it's a little bit big for me capacity wise. And so capacity wise, I just never fill this bag up. And so it's always really empty. And that really kind of bothers me a little bit, is how empty the bag is when I go to use it. So I don't really reach for this one. I have carried it once this year. And like, it's such a cute bag and it's such a gorgeous color. Like, this color in person is just even better than it's showing up on camera. It's not even showing up as vibrant on camera as it does in person. And so this is a bag that I've definitely considered selling because of the fact that I know that my life is going to change some having a tiny human to take care of. And I know that like occasionally I'll need to have things in a bag for her, particularly as she gets a little bit older and we get out of the diaper bag stage. That's sort of why I'm kind of still hanging on to this bag, is that could potentially be a good size bag for that. And then the final group of bags that I'm going to go through are my Strathberry bags, because I have quite a lot of Strathberry bags. And I have several that I've sold just because I was like, you know, like, it's not filling the gap that I wanted to fill, or there was something about it that like I just wasn't as in love with as I was with some of my other Strathberry bags. So I have let some go over the years. But the first one that I have, and this is one where they never produced this color, they produced the bag but not the color. And so this is my Strathberry basket bag, and it's in this beautiful blue gray with this cream colored stitching, and it has cream leather handles, and this is very much my like pool bag. So this is like when I'm walking out to the pool, I'll grab a snack and my bottle of water and my book and like a sarong thing, and like I'll just throw them in this bag, walk out, and then I have my bag beside me with like anything that I need, my headphones, all of that. And so like, this is very much a pool bag for me. It's not a bag that I carry as like a bag, but it is a bag that to me is very fun. And I just really like it, and it makes me happy having one basket bag in my collection. I don't need any more, but this one's kind of fun to have. I also do have a Longchamp bag, but it's one that I use just at the beach. So like it's literally, it just goes onto the beach and comes in from the beach. So it's at the beach, so it's not here. I also do have a Louis Vuitton Keep All 55 duffel, and then 2 Rimowa suitcases. I'm not going to show those because those are really more luggage than bags. But the third bag in the bags that if I were to lose all of my entire luxury collection, all of my handbag collection, someone were to come in, take all of them, there was a fire, one of the three bags that I would immediately go out and replace is my Strathberry in the beautiful burgundy mock croc. I love this bag. This bag is stunning. It is one of my favorite bags in my collection. It is also, this is the bag that when I carry it, I get more compliments on this bag than any other bag that I own. And it is just, the depth of color on the mock croc is what really goes to make the mock croc from Strathberry special. And on top of the fact that I think that they do mock croc better than anybody else, it is the depth of the color, and like it doesn't even show up on camera, but the depth of the colors in this and the coloring on this bag is just incredible. It is also held up so well. Again, I don't baby this bag, I'm not gentle with this bag, there's not a scratch on this bag. It looks fantastic. Their quality is, to me, of the like mid-tier luxury, like not even luxury, like the sort of like the modern luxury brands, sort of what like we call them, of that sort of like mid-tier area. I think that they are the absolute best company, quality wise, design wise, color wise, materials wise. I absolutely love them. I cannot rave about their bags enough. But out of all of my Strathberry bags, this one is my absolute favorite. Now, I have two other East West bags. The first one is my tricolor East West bag. So this was my second Strathberry bag. It was the first one that I bought myself, and it is in this beautiful navy, and then it has the vanilla color on the sides, and then it has this tan in the front. So it is a tricolor East West, which means that it was a limited edition that they did for like that season's colors, and just really, really beautiful bag. I really, truly love this bag. But for me, I find it harder to style a bag when it has more than one color. And with exception of like my Disco Lady Dior, just because it has so many colors in it, when it's something like this where it has two colors or it has particularly three colors, to me I feel very boxed in styling it. Even though it's actually one of Blake's favorite 3 bags in my collection, I just don't use it as much as it should be used, and I'd rather it go to a home where it's going to be loved and used as opposed to just sitting on my shelf because I struggle to style it. And then my other East West is the Mini East West. This one is a one of one. They never produced this colorway, and the purple is not doing itself justice on camera. The purple is much brighter in real life, but it is like this purple, like silky feeling material. It is the Mini East West, and it's so pretty. But this is another one that I would consider selling just because the size is not my favorite, and I know that I could use it for an evening bag, and that's how I generally use this, is if I'm going to like some sort of either like special daytime event where I need to be more dressed up, or if I'm going out in the evening. This is a super special one, like I said, because it's one of one, because they never produced this material in this color. If you are interested in this bag, feel free to message me about it. And then just like I had 2 other East West bags, I have 2 other mock croc bags. Both of them are in black, and the first one, this was actually my very first bag ever from Strathberry, is the Stylist. So this is the Stylist in black mock croc, and I was really surprised the other day to see the price had gone up quite a bit on this bag from when it was purchased. It does have a chain strap that can hook onto the back that can be a crossbody strap. The capacity on this bag is shockingly massive. I will link the video to my Strathberry playlist, which has this bag on it, where I show you guys what all fits, and like a lot fits in this bag. This is definitely an evening bag in my opinion. It is a great clutch bag. It is a great evening bag. It is a great piece. I don't use it because I have this one. And so this is another bag that, again, I'm considering selling just because it doesn't necessarily have the most usable place in my collection, because of this bag that is one of my absolute favorite bags in my collection, which is, again, a one-of-one style. They just called this the bar clutch because they never even produced this style. This was a mock-up that they did. They did one mock-up, and that was it, and they decided to go on a different direction with a clutch bag. But this is just such a beautiful, beautiful bag. And when I'm going out, this is actually the bag that I carried to the Hermes event. And so when I'm going out and I need an evening black clutch, this is the one that I grab. Honestly, whenever I'm going out and I need an evening bag, this is the bag that I grab over the Disco Lady Dior, over the purple Mini East West, over the Stylist. This is the bag that I grab every single time because it is so unique and so beautiful, And I love the fact that it's the only bag like this in the world. And so that is why, like, this bag's never leaving my collection. It's not going anywhere. That's why the purple mini East West and the Strathberry Stylist, I would be very open to selling if someone is wanting it, just because I'm always going to pick this bag, and I know myself well enough to know that I'm probably always going to pick this bag. So it's so pretty, and it's one of my absolute favorites. And then my final bag, which is a bag that's really surprised me with how much that I've used it, and I'm actually considering getting the taupe version in this bag for fall winter because of how much that I use this bag in spring summer, and that is the Nano Mosaic in vanilla. So this is a bag that Catherine, Princess of Wales, carried to her Christmas Carol concert, I think it was last year, maybe? But Blake got this for me for Christmas last year, and he was able to use Bloomingdale's like bonus dollar gift card things from where he bought my Valentino boots to like get this for free. And I like this little bag has such good capacity. It's so cute. A lot of times I just carry a top handle, but this is also one of the few bags that like is a top handle with a crossbody strap, where I genuinely love wearing it with the crossbody strap. I wear this bag all the time, and now that it's in fall, I'm like, I don't really want to carry a like whitish cream bag because it's fall, but it's just so usable and easy that I'll carry it anyway, despite the fact that it's cream, which is why I could see myself really wanting or potentially getting the taupe bag after Christmas. If I don't get the taupe version in this bag for Christmas, I think I'll probably buy it for myself. So that's all the bags that I have in my collection. I feel like I've gone a bit handbag crazy the past couple years, and I've bought so many of these, have been bought in the past 3 years. And they're all great bags, and I love them all, but I can't use all my bags all the time, and I want to be using all my bags all the time. I know that, like, for instance, Meredith has 400 handbags. Well, she's okay collecting them because she is a true collector, and a lot of the pieces that she has because she has a genuine love for the history of them and collecting them and restoring them and having them, and she doesn't care if she uses them. I like to collect some special pieces, but I want to use all the pieces that I do have. And right now I'm not doing that as well as I would like. And so because of that, I feel like it's time to slim down my collection a bit. So with that, I hope you have a great rest of your day, everybody. I hope that you've enjoyed seeing my handbags. Please let me know what your favorite of my bags are, or what bags you think that I should let go of. And with that, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.